Hey guys, this is AI Gaming 1776 playing Star Wars Battlefront with the GTX 745. We are at 1920 by 1080p, and if you go down to auto, graphics quality automatically goes to the medium preset, which is pretty interesting. Now, let me give you a caveat about this game footage, and let me give you a caveat about this performance that I'm going to show you here. This is what the game is doing in this game mode, this particular game mode at these settings, okay? When a graphics card gets pushed, and that means anything below 60 frames per second for this game, when a graphics card gets pushed, I have witnessed that you're going to get different frame rates in different game modes. Now, I've been seeing in this game mode anywhere from 20 on the low end all the way to 32, 34, sometimes 38 very briefly. See, we're at 34, 35 right now. It's just very briefly. And then it goes back down to 32. It moves around a lot. So the caveat is this. What you are seeing is what I'm getting in this game mode on this map. That's another thing I need to point out. I'll be playing the same game mode 2 games in a row, and on one map, it'll do a little bit better than the other map. So these are all things to keep in mind. Now, if you're talking about a graphics card like the GTX 970 or the GTX 980, something like those graphics cards, which can just flat out hold 60 frames per second, then this is all a non-issue. You're going to get 1080p 60 FPS with those graphics cards. But when you are using a somewhat weaker graphics card that can't hold on to a solid frame rate, the issue that you run into is your frame rate can vary from map to map and mode to mode. Now, what I ended up doing with the GTX 960, because I was having this problem, is I just recorded a different video for every mode. I've not had a chance to do that yet with the 745. It took me 3.5 hours to do that with the 960. So it's going to take me a long time to do it with 745. I'm getting this video up tonight so that you can see, at least, very shortly after the game launches. The game's only been playable for about 4 or 5 hours as of right now. I'm trying to show you as soon as I can how it's playing with the 745, but again, are we crashed? What's going on here? Everything's frozen. Oh, must have been lagged out. I assume that was just lag. All right. Like I said, grain of salt, what I'm showing you here is this is what it's playing like at these settings on this map in this mode. Now, if this match ends quickly, which this is crazy, I've not had a match do this yet. You see how everything's blinking up there? The game keeps lagging out or something crazy. And now it said defeat and it still spawned me anyway. All right, so what we can do, and I feel like I got more than 0 kills too, so all of this seems wonky. What we can do is I can show you the next map and we'll see what the frame rate is there. See, we were at 42 frames per second, then we just went up to 60, and then we just went to 53 on this screen. I'm saying all this so you understand very clearly that the GTX 745 can play at 1080p, but you are not going to get a stable frame rate. So I guess I'm using a lot of words to say that very short sentence. You can play it at 1080p, you won't get a stable frame rate. That's where we're at. So in 18, 17 seconds, we'll start this next map. This map might do a little bit better. The sand maps seem to do okay. Maps like Indoor with all the trees and all the plant life and everything, because you have that moon on Indoor, that map struggles. It's, well, with the 960 it struggled. I assume with the 745 it's going to struggle too. And when I say a struggle with the 960, what I really mean is when I put the 960 in 1440, it struggled. Because you can actually use the 960 to play this game in 1440, which tells you how well the game runs. Also, the fact that you can play this in 1080p tells you how well the game runs. And we're still in the 30s right now. We're in the 30s. We're at 1080p. We are in the 30s. We're on medium preset, but still. All right, so this time I'm a stormtrooper. I do get confused in the game, because if I have a long match as the Rebels and then I start the next match as a Stormtrooper, it does end up confusing me. Not going to lie. Now I do have monitoring software going on in the upper right hand corner, so you can see CPU usage, system RAM, VRAM, and all of that. All right, cool. We have I think this is an automatic turret I can lay down. Yeah, pretty much every single gunfight I get into, I lose. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if that's internet connection or what. You can call it bad aim. Not the gunfight you just saw, but the one before that, that was pretty bad aim. But it's still pretty interesting. I lose every single gunfight that I get into. Why can I not claim that? Yeah, I'm not good at dice games, which is unfortunate, but it's just the truth. I'm not. See, I spawn, I get killed. I'm more of a Call of Duty player. I feel like I understand Call of Duty fairly well. Dice games, not really understanding of how they work, to be honest with you. Like their spawn systems and the lanes and all that. Because they don't really have lanes as much as they have kind of a sandbox that you play in. It's a different kind of philosophy. But actually, we're in the 30s for the most part. Like I said, the sand levels tend to do better. Remember, in the last level, we went into the 20s. But indoor might be pretty bad. It might be in the 20s a lot if you play that map. So I'm saying that, like, I don't have a bunch of videos recorded tonight to show you. I normally like to show you guys how the games play. So I have to tell you with my words that yes, you can play at 1080p. No, you will not have a stable frame rate. It's going to be different on different maps. This is the same game mode we just played, just on a different map. Now, I always, with lower frame rates, I do have trouble aiming for starters. But then again, I'm not great at the dice games, period. So I'm going to be dying a lot, unfortunately. So if you guys feel like you've watched enough and you have a good idea how the card's going to play, that's cool. If not, you can keep watching. If you do go and this video has helped you out, please give it a thumbs up. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. I have GTX 960, GTX 970, GTX 745, GTX 980, GTX 980 Ti, and even a couple GTX 750 Ti videos. Oh, wow. Why did it do that to me? And then why did it do that to me? Why did anything just happen? The screen minimized. I didn't make it minimize. And then the screen went full size. I didn't make it go full size. That's... Ooh, the bad guys are this way. And I thought for sure I was going to die during all that. And I ended up killing the guy. Why did any of that happen? No clue. This is basically like a moving capture the flag match. The little robots walk around and you got to capture them. So it's like drop zone if the pods could walk. That's interesting because I didn't think they could come inside my shield. I've tried to go inside enemy shields and it's always killed me when I've tried. Yeah, I don't like this power up. I was going to leave it out for one of my teammates, but I think an enemy could take it. Ooh, cool. I did deploy it there. Really? I wonder if you can team kill. Because whenever I shoot a teammate, I do see animations like my weapon is affecting them. Not that I'm into team killing, I'm just curious. I've been making videos for pretty much 5 hours now. And normally this game mode is over with pretty quickly. I'm actually really surprised that it's still going on. I do have the starting weapons. I'm not very leveled up. I'm lucky to even have a grenade. I didn't even have a grenade when I started. So yeah, you're not going to get a consistent frame rate. That's the whole point. You can play at 1080p, but you're not going to get a consistent frame rate. So again, I actually have a GTX 745 playlist if you guys want to see that. And I've got a ton of videos in that. I've got Tomb Raider, GTA 5. I want to say I've got Shadow of Mordor. I've got more than 30, probably more than 40 games now. For sure more than 30, maybe more than 40 in my GTX 745 playlist. And then I probably have just as many in my 960 playlist. My 970 playlist is okay. I've got a couple dozen, I'm sure. One of my only kills. It was a lucky kill, but one of my only kills nonetheless. Anyway, that's where we're at, guys. Check out the other videos. I show a ton of graphics card demonstrations. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you guys. Please give it a like. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends. And again, hopefully it's helped you out. I love that you guys watch my videos. I love the support. I just hit over 1 million views. And about a week and a half ago, I hit 1,000 subscribers. And I'm actually almost at 1,100. I'm at like 1094, not even 2 weeks later. So I'm pretty happy with that. I appreciate the love and the support, and I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and I try to give you guys good information because I don't want you to get bad information out there. You know what I mean? I don't want you to waste your money, and I'm just talking too much. Been recording benchmarking videos for 5 hours. I'm delirious. Thanks for watching, guys. I do love your support, and have yourselves a good night.